It's about 3 a.m. and it's raining again. It rained a little bit, like around 1 a.m. Every time it rains, I wake up. um, and unfortunately, well, I got up once this evening, thinking this when it was not raining, and answered the call of nature. And unfortunately, I also lost part of my dinner, but I got some down, I think. Yeah. And I was starting to drift off to sleep, and then it started raining again. So I'm like, man, yeah, not good. But it's supposed to lighten up, I think, after an hour, and probably start up again. I don't know. If the forecast is accurate, it starts up again around 7 a.m. So, which is right when I would be finishing packing up camp, or packing up camp. I don't know. Well, I'm gonna have to judge it by how much rain is coming down, like what exactly to do. So I don't want to pack up in pouring rain, but I do want to pack up because I need to move. So at this point, I probably will go back down to Warner Springs since I still can't keep everything down. Breakfast, I don't know what I'm going to do. I do eat breakfast usually, but nothing. I have one of two choices. I have my granola bar that I. Sorry if you guys can't hear me. I have a granola bar that, not a granola bar, granola that I usually eat with some powdered milk. But the milk doesn't sound good to me right now. The granola does, but I don't know. I'm not going to have it with water. That doesn't sound appealing either. I also still have like half of a Cliff Bar left that I was snacking on yesterday. But that doesn't sound good because it sounds heavy to me. So we'll see. We'll see. I still have a few hours to rest, and we'll see. There's other stuff too. I could have chips for breakfast. The salt actually sounds good. But chips for breakfast. I swear the diet of a thru hiker is ridiculous. But anyways, I'm gonna try to get more sleep, and I will see you guys again in the morning. Bye. It's okay. It's been raining on and off all morning right now. It's just sprinkling. So I thought I'd pull the camera out briefly. And I'm starting the descent back down to Warner Springs. It's, I don't even know what time it is. It's between 6 and 7, I think. And this poncho thing is challenging. I don't even think it's covering the entire pack. But at this point, I don't care. I just want to start. Ooh, that's pretty. Pretty purple. Alright. So, I'm going to be filming, but not too much because of the rain, and I do want to make some decent time. So, I will talk to you guys in a bit. I've hardly had a chance to tape it all, but I'm under some tree cover right now. And this little rivulet was hardly running yesterday. Now, that's pretty good. So, I'm wondering what the creeks look like up ahead. Whee! Finally, a brief lull in the rain. Oh man, the back of my camera's really wet. I hope it's okay. Yeah. Doing, I think, one of the few uphills on this segment. My glasses are fogging up. Oh, everything's wet. Yeah. Which is why I have not filmed much, and probably will continue not to film much. So I made it to the bridge at Highway 79. It's really raining again. I know it's hard to tell. But, so my poncho method, I don't know if I put the poncho on correctly, but my pack is still super wet. But that doesn't matter because I'm going home after today, for now. At least for this season. I'm debating whether or not to walk the additional miles to the community center, and I've forgotten how far it is. I have to look it up on Gut Hooks. Or if I should just try to go up here on 79 and catch a hitch. I don't know if it's a hitch friendly, like I don't know if they can pull over really easy. But I'm going to dry out. I'm not going to dry out, but I'm going to rest here for a tick. And with a lovely sulfur smell. It's not too bad right now. and make a decision. All right. Oh, it's getting cold. Trying to hitch in from that underpass of the 79, but no takers, unfortunately. Some of them have been nice cars. They probably look at me and go, "Oh no, you're gonna get my interior all wet." No. So this is a hard hitch from this section. The community center, it's easy to get a ride because the community center people actually give you rides. But I was hoping to avoid walking the last like 2 point whatever miles in the rain. Right now it's sprinkling, and I'm only going to give it a couple more cars, I think, and then I'm just going to crawl back down there and hike the trail. I'm just really wet, so it's getting cold. Anyways, I'm going to get my thumb out and try a couple more times. I gave up on the hitch, and I'm in that one campground, and I can't, I don't want to get this wet, but I don't know if you can see that in there. There's like a big turkey. I think it's a turkey. Female. Look at all the chicks she has. This is nice. This is making me forget how miserable I am. You can see her through there. There she is. You see her moving with her chicks? Pretty sure that's a turkey. I love the babies. Oh my god, they're so cute. Oh my gosh. Yeah, she's just strolling through this campground. Oh my gosh. That is just awesome. Oh my gosh, hold on. But wait, there's more. Let me see if I can zoom. This is the babies on the turkey. Wow. That's neat. Okay, gotta put the phone away though, because it's raining. Not too badly here, I'm under a tree. But, wow, that was cool. I never got to see him in Lake Marina, but I saw him here. Resource Center. It's sleety? Are you serious? Is it cold enough to sleep?
It was earlier.
What?
Yeah, it'll get cold enough tonight. Won't be like it snow.
What? Wow. Yeah, I think I made the right call.
The back, yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Apparently it's supposed to go on during the week.
Are you ready for your close-up? Oh, Jen. Jen, look at the camera. Hello. Jen. She's camera shy, apparently. So, hey, I didn't want to leave it at that last clip because I didn't really get a chance to wrap up that day. But it's been a few days, and back home, obviously. And I definitely made the right choice. What made up my mind as being sick that particular evening and morning, I took a bite of, I have one of those Costco Fig Newtons. I took a bite of that. It wasn't sitting well. Didn't lose it, and then I think that entire day, hiking back down the 8 miles, I had a couple of handfuls of pistachio nuts, and then I also had a couple of bites of a power bar from Cliff Bar. That actually was good, which is weird because you think that'd be heavy, but it did okay. It did okay. I really was done when I hit the bottom of the 79, underneath. But the hitchhiking wasn't working there, so I had to slog the rest of the 2 miles. The poncho worked pretty well. It's a cheap Frog Togs poncho, so it did have one issue. When I put it over, I could cover one area of the entire backpack, but not the other side at the same time for some reason. I don't know if it wasn't large enough. I think it was. I think I just couldn't get it around by myself. So as I was hiking down those last few miles, I was noticing that I was getting some strain on the shoulder, which I never did before. And I thought, okay, I have to redistribute weight. Maybe I did something wrong. Well, I was waiting to get under cover so I could take everything off and change it. But I didn't hit that until Highway 79. And when I did take everything off, the entire right side of my backpack was soaking wet. So it was heavy. So it was leaning and twisting everything. So I did transfer some water to the other side, and when I put the poncho back on, I made sure to clasp the right side shut, but I couldn't reach the left side, so it evened out in the end. But yeah, but I'm glad I did come back, because I was actually, the next couple of days, especially the next day after, I was sick at home. I would lose breakfast and then be able to keep lunch down. It's just as weird. And then Tammy actually was sick yesterday, so I don't know if we were both exposed to a bug, or I was, and then I contaminated her later. I don't know. But I was definitely sick, and I don't know if there's a bailout at Mike's place. So I'm glad I slogged back down the 8 miles. The challenging part of that was the creek crossings, because they were a little bit higher than they were when I went up the day before. But you know what, that day was so rainy, my feet were soaking wet anyway, so it didn't matter. So I just went across. I did still go over stones where there were stones, but my feet were soaking wet at the end of the day. No blisters. Still the problem with the toenail, but I was very, very happy to see Warner Springs Resource Center. I'd also like to address a comment on, I think it was on the last video. This person is not a troll, they're not being mean, they phrased it in a way, and so I could tell they were just saying, hey, you know, I think you're more of a fair weather day hiker type of person, not a through hiker. And they're not being mean, so I wanted to address that too. You're not far off. I will agree with you on some points, absolutely. I think it's Tootsla. I realized I wasn't going to be a through hiker around mile 100 when I thought I had a break, a stress fracture injury, stress fracture. But yeah, I realized by then that, okay, I'm not going to be a through hiker. I absolutely think I could be a section hiker. Where the weather comes into play, you know, I knew that the weather was going to be kind of bad going out this last time. But I felt confident enough in the poncho and the OR research hybrid jacket I was wearing too. And that performed wonderfully, by the way. That was a good replacement. Like with me though, like I can do a day hike, section hike, as long as at the end of the hike, I know I have a place where I can stay dry, or at least get warm and kind of dry off some things. That's where the weather comes into play with me. With this hike last night, well, not last night, but you know what I mean, with this hike from the recording that you just saw, I would have gone through to Mike's place. Sure, I would have been wet and miserable because that day was bad. The following day's forecast was kind of iffy, some rain, some not, some sunny skies, and then the 4th day was going to be bad again, but by then I should be finishing. So I was going to push through. What stopped me was not the rain this time. It was throwing up a lot. So, well, not a lot, but I couldn't keep any food down. And that's not good, especially the climb from where I camped to Mike's place is mostly uphill. And yeah, it's just was not a good situation. I still had to get 8 miles back. In fact, I was thinking about stopping at the campsite at mile 6 because I started late that day. I started at like 10:30. But I'm like, no, I still have time, so I pushed on, and I regretted that when I had to come back down all of that. But anyway, so there is some truth to that. Definitely not a through hiker, sad to say. Love section hiking, though. It just, you know, I have to not be sick about it. Day hikes, absolutely love it. Car camp, I've only done that once or twice to test gear, and I can see where I would enjoy that too, but I prefer going deeper into the wilderness so you can get to the more pristine and beautiful sections, and you can't car camp and do that. I mean, if you had a trailhead you could leave your car at, then yes, but you know, car camp, you're bringing a heavier equipment, and I tell you, if I'm a car camper, I'm going to buy the big luxurious tents with like creature comforts in it or something like that. That would be fun. But there is something to be said about a flushable toilet, though, if you're car camping in an area with a flushable toilet. I mean, the things you start to appreciate when you're on the trail for a long period of time is ridiculous. But anyways, hey, I'm still looking for questions and answers for my Q&A session. I have the giveaway of the sit pack. It's a jungle leopard. It's green on one side and black on the other side. And if you submit a question and I use it, I'll put you in a drawing. And if you win, I'll mail it to you for free. So anyways, get those questions in, and I'll see you next time.